morning. Welcome to New Jersey Viewpoint. I'm Lisa Colagrossi. Today, we'll hear what 6 top New Jersey doctors have to say about their patients and the healthcare system. New Jersey Monthly will reveal an insightful look at patient-doctor relationships. Plus, we'll hear how the burn center at St. Barnabas Medical Center is lowering the incidence of burn injuries. But first, according to the American Cancer Society, each year, more than 1 million people develop skin cancer in this country. At Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, one procedure is sending patients home cancer-free. Joining us in the studio now is Dr. Steve Wong, Director of Dermatology and Dermatologic Surgery at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in Basking Ridge. He has with him 2 of his patients, Tara Gorman and Bonnie Ruprecht. Thanks all of you for joining us this morning. Dr. Wong, let's start off with you. What kind of change are we seeing in these skin cancer statistics?
As you said, there's an absolutely rising incidence of skin cancer. There are more than 1 million new cases of skin cancer every year diagnosed in the United States. By far the most common type is basal cell skin cancer, and melanoma is the most dangerous type. There are about more than 62,000 new cases diagnosed every year, and 7,900 deaths due to melanoma every year.
Those numbers are pretty staggering. What is the Mohs surgery, and what is the skin cancer that benefits from it the most?
Mohs surgery is a very special technique to remove cancers layer by layers, and I think by far it's the best type of technique to use to remove cancer on the face, hands, and neck. And the best type of skin cancer is basal cells, squamous cells.
Because that's pretty scary when you have the skin cancer right on your face.
Definitely.
You know, Bonnie, how did the Mohs procedure help you?
Well, that's exactly what happened to me. I was diagnosed with a basal cell on my face. And after having many taken off my body, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was extremely frightening to have a big scar across my face.
Absolutely.
So it was important to get the best guy for the job, and that would be Dr. Wong.
Now, did you have any scarring from the removal?
Well, it's actually right here. I mean, it's not very easy to see.
I can't see it.
He did a great job. He really did, and I was very hesitant.
That's really amazing. Now, Tara, are you benefiting from the whole body photography? What is this?
Absolutely. It's because of the cancer that I had, you know, another melanoma could pop up in any place. So Sloan Kettering takes pictures of your entire body, head to toe, and some parts, some freckles, they take pictures microscopically almost. So I have a copy of all of these photographs, and so does Dr. Wong. So at home, if I get out of the shower and see something I'm not sure was there before, I can go right to my photo album and check instead of calling him and freaking out or wondering, should I wait, should I see if it changes?
Right.
And also when I go to him, I feel more comfortable that he's not remembering this freckle over here, right. Let's see if that changed. He pulls the pictures right up and has something to compare them to.
Right, you've got such an accurate record. You can just track it. It must be so much easier to track this.
Definitely. We actually have a computer system. All the images stored on the very secure servers.
Mm-hmm.
When Tara come in and we actually bring up the image onto the screen and we look at the body, compare it with the photograph, and to see if there's any small minute changes. And that's how we pick up very early melanomas.
Now, how is the treatment different for melanoma versus non-melanoma skin cancers?
Non-melanoma skin cancer, you can use different type of treatment, radiations, topical medications, and as I said before, Mohs surgery. I think it's the best technique to remove those cancers located in cosmetically sensitive areas.
It's a very delicate procedure.
Exactly.
You're able to go very delicately in those areas.
You do layer by layer, and you take out as little normal tissue as possible, so that way you can repair the scar, becomes less visible. Now, melanoma is one of the most dangerous type of skin cancer. Currently, we don't have an effective way to treat this cancer once it spreads. So right now, the early diagnosis is the best cure in a sense. You want to detect the melanoma early. That's why we use total body photograph. We use other microscopic devices to look, to examine the patient.
Mm-hmm. Bonnie, how has the skin cancer changed your life?
Oh gosh, exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
We have a house at the beach, and I pretty much take up cooking for the summer. It's changed my life a lot because I can't be running all the time in the sun, and you know, everything I did was in the sun, and now I have to lather, and I'm really concerned about my kids. I'm always lathering them, and they're not happy about that.
I know it's always tough to get the little ones to wear the sunscreen, isn't it?
It's definitely a chore, but it's something we have to do.
Right.
I mean, it's really important.
And Tara, do you find yourself thinking about being in the sun the same way? Just completely, either, hats and long sleeve shirts and sunscreen and...
Absolutely. I was a real sunner before this. And now I didn't want to change my life completely. So we still do a lot of activities in the sun, but I always have on a long sleeve shirt that has SPF in it and 85 sunscreen from head to toe and a hat, with a big brim. But on the positive note, my kids are always covered, and I'm a lot more diligent putting the sunscreen on them, so hopefully, this happened to me, but it's going to protect them in the long run.
Right, because when we were all younger, we certainly didn't take those precautions,
Exactly.
Yeah, it was baby oil in the summertime, we really didn't think about it. At least now, the younger kids, you're getting, a jump on it. Dr. Wong, let's talk a little bit more. We've been talking about sunscreen. Any other things? It's hard because in the summertime you want to be out, you want to be active. What are some other ways that people can keep their skin safe?
The best thing to do is actually stay in the shade. Shade structures provides a really good coverage protection, and also sun protection clothing. And there are some wonderful clothing lines out there, and they're very fashionable, breathy, and you can use a wide brim hat, and that's the key, and the long sleeve shirt. And the very end, you should use sunscreen. And I think this is addressed to all the mothers out there, and because the mothers are the one who actually goes out there, remind everyone in the family to do so. And the mothers are key to keep everyone in the family safe from the UV radiation from the sun.
A little sunscreen police, making sure they all have it.
Yeah.
Like you said, the clothing is a nice option too, because sometimes, with the greasiness of everything, it's almost easier to get them to wear the protective clothing that's not just a regular cotton t-shirt, but it has the protection in
And
it.
you don't necessarily have to reapply every 2 hours, and especially the men don't like sunscreen because it runs down in their eyes and it gets greasy, they don't like to slap it on. Clothing, all the gold is a very good protection mechanism.
Yeah, I don't know who's tougher, the kids or the husbands. Maybe the husbands. Ladies, what do you think?
Not
Teenagers. That's a real rough one.
Okay, thank you so much for all of your insight. Very, very interesting. We'll be right back with a high-tech look at the Burn Center at St. Barnabas Medical Center. Stay with us.